Hello there, Internet. It's Victor, the Action Teacher, here again with another very useful lesson. Today we're going to talk about hypothetical questions. Hypothetical questions. Hypothetical, of course, is kateho. These are hypothetical questions, and native speakers often use hypothetical questions to get advice. When you ask advice, we usually ask advice for things that are happening now, in the present, or in the near future. But sometimes we ask for things that happened in the past. And here's the first basic question you can ask any friend, very useful. Just memorize it, just practice it until you can say it smoothly. Let's practice it together. What would you do if you were me? What would you do if you were me? Now, to say this smoothly, a technique that I teach many of my students is to say the sentence backwards. Begin with the last word and go backwards. So please repeat after me. Me. Were me. You were me. If you were me. Do if you were me. You do if you were me. Would you do if you were me? What would you do if you were me? And then close your eyes and say it again. What would you do if you were me? Could you do it? I hope so. Another sentence that's a little more difficult is when something happened in the past and you already did something and you want to compare your decision with your friend's decision. You want to ask them what they would have done in the same situation. And that question is, what would you have done if you had been me? What would you have done if you had been me? What would you have done if you had been me? And if you say it quickly, it sounds like this. What would you have done if you had been me? Let's practice that backwards until we can say it smoothly. Ready? Me. Been me. Had been me. You had been me. If you had been me. Done if you had been me. Have done if you had been me. You have done if you had been me. And sometimes, with a long sentence like this, you can repeat one section again and again. For example, if you have trouble here, let's repeat that 2 or 3 times. Have done if you had been me. Have done if you had been me. You have done if you had been me. You have done if you had been me. Would you have done if you had been me? Would you have done if you had been me? What would you have done if you had been me? What would you have done if you had been me? Next time you make a decision or are going to make a decision and you want some advice, please try asking your friend using either of these 2 sentences. Well, that's your lesson, everyone. My name is Victor, the Action Teacher. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you learned something. And if you want more, and if you want to see my live namahoso videos, please check out this site here. Until the next time, study hard.
Action Teacher! Action Teacher!